guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I feel like every booktuber has done this tag, so I need to do this shit right now, mostly because I'm running out of ideas and I've been planning to film this video in February, but I never had the time. So 2 months later, in the middle of March, I finally have some time to film this video. So the original tag is created by the book Archers. I will have the link to the video and of course the YouTube channel down below so you can check that out. For this tag, there are 9 questions and I'm ready to answer some of these, well, all of these questions obviously. Number 1, a popular book or series that you did not like. So this answer is quite easy for me, and these 2 books, this is a duology, okay? And I read this duology in 2017 and I was so disappointed, and it is the Wrath and the Dawn duology. So I was planning to unhaul these 2 books and donate these 2 books to the book sale, but I haven't had the time to go to the local book sale near my house, so I still have them. They're in like the forbidden closet, like across the hall. So I got these 2 books out today so I can, you know, show you what they look like and why I don't like this duology at all. I have a book review and discussion for both of these books, so I feel like my book review and discussion for this book, it was just me being like, yeah, the magic system needs more work. And then for this book, I was just like trashing everything in this book because I was so disappointed in the second book. I feel like this is definitely popular because I have heard amazing things about this duology. Like, so many people I know give it like 5 out of 5 stars and they love this book, or like, you know, these 2 books and such like that. But when I finished the second book, I was just so mad about everything. Like, the characters fell apart, the magic system sucked, and the ending, it was just a big mess in my opinion. And like I said, I was so disappointed in the duology, so I really did not like them. So yeah, these 2 books suck and I really need to donate these 2 books because I don't need them anymore. Number 2, a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. When it comes to this question, I think there's one book that I genuinely love because I have like an attachment to this book, but everyone else hates it and I kind of understand why. It is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. When it comes to Cassandra Clare, people either hate her books or love her books, and I love her books, okay? I do. I am a Shadowhunter trash since 2013. I want to talk about the first 3 books definitely, because the biggest issue that so many people have is the relationship between Jace and Clary. Yes, hi. It's me. Basically, I'm editing the video right now and I realized I spoiled the ending for City of Glass and also City of Ashes and City of Bones. I spoiled like the first 3 books of the More Instrument series, so this is a warning. If you have not read the first 3 books of TMI, then skip to the next question because I will spoil like Chase and Claire's relationship in City of Glass, obviously. But if you have read the books, then my answers won't really affect you because you know what happened. And if you don't care about being spoiled, then just watch the video, okay? That's all I have to say. In the first book, it's been revealed that Chase and Clary are siblings, and in the second book, they are still led to believe that they're siblings. When I read this book, I knew for a fact that they were not siblings, okay? I knew it. I have an attachment to this book, like I said, because this book got me into reading in 2013. I read City of Bones in the beginning of 2013, and I've continued with this series with this book, obviously, in the summer of that year, and that was when my life changed for the better. So that's why I genuinely love this book, mostly because I have like such a good memory reading this book in Vietnam in that summer, you know, summer of 2013. But then also, I actually enjoy what happened in this book. I was unaffected when I read this book and I enjoyed reading this book. I enjoyed it when I read it for the first time in 2013, and I enjoyed it again when I reread it in 2018, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I still love this book very much because, like I said, this book has a very special place in my heart. So I love this book, and I know that so many people really hate this book because Clary is annoying. She is. I'm not gonna lie about that. But then other stuff too, mostly about Chase and Clary's relationship. So I totally get it. If you read it for the first time and you really believe that they were siblings, then I totally get it. But I knew for a fact they were not siblings, okay? So I was not affected. Not really. Number 3, a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. Warn people for spoilers, or an OTP that you don't don't like. So for this question, I will really talk about this specific book, and it is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. If you don't know, this is the second book of the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. I will only talk about this book, okay? I'm not really going to mention the first book nor the third book because those are different, okay? I will mostly talk about this book right here. So I will spoil the ending for this book, okay? So be warned, if you haven't read this book, then like skip to the next question. But if you have read this book, then I will tell you my opinions about, you know, the characters in this book, okay? So be aware of the spoilers. So there's a love triangle in this book. There's another love triangle in this trilogy, of course, and it's between Lara Jean, Peter, and John Ambrose McLaren. Peter can fucking suck a dick. I did not like Peter in this book. I like him in the third book, but I did not like him in this book. The first time I read this book, I didn't really care about the love triangle. I think I read it just to read it, but then when I reread this book in 2018, I was rooting for John Ambrose McLaren, and knowing that he is played by Jordan Fisher, I'm gonna root for John Ambrose McLaren even more, okay? Peter sucks in this book. I really did not like his character because he just handles this situation so poorly. So if you don't remember, or if you want to know, basically the hot tub scene or the hot tub situation that Lara Jean is involved in is in this book. So Lara Jean is upset with this whole hot tub scene, and then we learn that a certain character took the video and Peter handles it so poorly, and I really did not like his way of lying because he always goes back to his ex and he always makes feel Lara Jean second place. I don't even like Lara Jean that much in the second book anyway, but I love John Ambrose McLaren. I think he's such a sweetheart. He's so nice and I love his character, and I hate the fact that he's only in this book to be like dragged into this drama, because this drama was just so dumb in my opinion, but this poor sweet boy is involved in this a little bit, and I hate the fact that at the end she chooses Peter. Like John Ambrose McLaren is right there and he's so nice and he's wonderful and I love him so much, and you didn't even pick him, Lara Jean. You didn't even pick him. Wow, I almost cried right there. But yeah, I was genuinely upset when I finished this book in 2018. So yeah. Number 4, a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. It has to be science fiction. So I read urban fantasy all the time, fantasy and contemporary and manga, graphic novels. I read a lot, as you can see right here. But when it comes to science fiction, I don't touch it. Now here is an example I have for you, okay? Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I am currently reading this book, and I started this book, I want to say in the beginning of March. It's mid-April and I'm only on page 106. Yeah, it's because this is an adult science fiction and there are some fantasy elements to it, of course, but it's really about like the science experiment that these two main characters are doing. And I kid you not, I was so lost in the first 50 pages because of the description and of like the thesis and the experiment that they're doing, because it deals with science and I am a complete dumbass when it comes to science. I am trying to finish this book, I really am, because I've heard nothing but amazing books. What the fuck? I have heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and I really do want to finish it and see if I like it or not. And so far it's very interesting, but like I said, I have to really take my time reading this book because it's a science fiction novel and I'm just stupid when it comes to science. So it's a genre that I am very hesitant to dabble into because I prefer other genres. I do want to step out of my comfort zone sometime in the near future and read more novels from that genre, obviously, but for now I'm just going to read this book and see if I like it or not, and then we can continue from there. Number 5, a popular or beloved character that you do not like. I have an answer, don't worry. I feel like a couple of years ago, many people love him. I think the first time I read this book series, I actually kind of liked him, but then when I reread this series in 2017, I'm talking about the Harry Potter series. Sorry, I should have said that. When I reread the Harry Potter series in 2017, I really hated this character. And I'm really glad that I'm not the only one who hates this character, because I know there are so many other people who also hate this character. And it is Snape from the Harry Potter series. Now, I really wanted to talk about Snape in the third book because even though he's an asshole from book 1 to book 7, I feel like book 3 is when I just really hated Snape. When I reread Prisoner of Azkaban in 2017, I remember being so pissed because Snape bullies children. Like, we all know this. We all know that he hates Harry for looking like James and then Lily and all that shit. But in the third book, he really pissed me off because he's not just bullying bullying Harry. No, he bullies Hermione. He bullies Neville. And they're kids. They're 13 years old. They're fucking children. And this grown-ass man is so bitter and so evil. And he just bullies them so much to the point that like Hermione cried, I think. I just really hated him. Did he bully Neville in this book? I don't remember which book, but I know for a fact that Neville was the victim when it comes to like bullying. Oh my god, I remember this. When it comes to that thing, fuck, I forgot. But like the spell is ridiculous, you know? Basically it's the Boggart. I remember. I'm trying to remember what happened. The Boggart. Is that how you say it? Whatever. Basically, it takes form of your biggest fear. And when Neville looks at it, it takes a form of Snape. I don't know about you, but Neville went through some fucked up shit. I cannot believe that his biggest fear is his teacher. That's sad to me, and I just really hate Snape. And don't get me started what he did at the end of this book and how Lupin was involved and like affected and all. Anyway, I just really hated Snape. Thinking about what he did in The Prisoner of Azkaban really makes me pissed and mad and really sad because Lupin does not deserve this, okay? And yeah, I hate Snape. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Number 6, a popular author that you can't seem to get into. It has to be Stephen King. I don't know why I leaned this way because I was gonna have a picture of him, I guess. So this is what Stephen King looks like. I know that he has so many novels and so many movies because of his novels and such. And I'm sure that he's a great author, but I cannot get into his books, to be honest. And I know so many people love his books, but I just can't get into it. The only book that I kind of want to read from him is this book right here. I forgot the title, but it has to do with numbers and like the date of John F. Kennedy. I forgot what happened, but I remember thinking like, you know, that sounds kind of interesting, but that was 2 years ago and I lost interest in reading that book. But if I need to like read a book from Stephen King, then I do want to read this novel. Number 7, a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. Examples: Lost Princess, Corrupt Ruler, Love Triangles, etc. I have to say none. When I read a novel, I don't really think about the trope and all these things. I mean, sometimes I'm aware of it, but that's not like the biggest factor when it comes to me reading that certain novel. I read novels because I've heard good things about those books. Then also the synopsis sold me, so of course I want to read those books, you know. But if I were to answer this question like 2 years ago, I probably said Love Triangle because Love Triangle can get messy, but it all depends on the books. If the love triangle is executed well in that book series or novel or whatever, then I'm fine with it, you know. But then if it's executed poorly, then of course I don't enjoy that book. I'm not picky when it comes to book tropes, so I'm fine with anything as long as it's executed well. So that's my answer. Number 8, a popular series that you have no interest in reading. The answer has to be The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I think that's how you say her last name. I just have no interest in reading this book series, and I'm sure they're good. Maybe I'll read it in the future if someone sold it to me, you know. Like, you really have to tell me like how good this shit is. But yeah, I'm just not interested in reading this series. I mean, I want to give it, should I give it a try in the future? I don't know. It depends on my mood and my decision making, I guess. But for now, I'm not planning to start a series at all. Number 9, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie. But what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? So it has to be To All the Boys I've Loved Before on Netflix, okay? So let me tell you why I prefer the movie way more than the book. I really did not like the first book of the trilogy. Like, I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I reread it last year in 2018 in the summer, and literally the moment I finished the book, I watched the movie on Netflix, and I was like, damn, this movie was so fucking good. Seeing Lana Condor as the main character, you know, was amazing to me because she's Vietnamese and I'm Vietnamese. It feels so good to see an Asian rep. I remember making a video called How Much To All the Boys I Loved Before Means to Me. I'll have it like linked right here or up there, whatever. I'll have it linked somewhere in this video. But in that video, I really went in depth about how much I love this movie and how much it meant to me. And I love the fact that in the movie, like, Lara Jean feels so sad when she thinks about her mom because her mom died. I connected to that. I really did, because I feel sad all the time about my dad. I just have a really good memory when it comes to the movie. So yeah, I really prefer the movie over the book, to be honest. And I know some people don't even like the movie. It's whatever, you know. So when it comes to this question, like, you know, which movie or TV show do you prefer over the book? I have to pick To All the Boys I Loved Before. Those are the 9 questions that I have answered for this tag, and I'm not really gonna tag anyone because I don't know who has done this tag, to be honest. But if you have not done this tag, then go ahead and do it. There are 9 questions. It's really easy, and it's really nice just to think about like the things that you don't like, the things that you do like. So it's quite fun. I have one more video to film right after this. So I'm going to film that video right now, and then I can go to the concert at 5 o'clock. So very excited about that. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.